Chief Option Strategist. And folks, you got to go here right now, t3live.com/cart/trial. What's that? For $38, the price of a very bad bottle of wine, we're going to give you a 2-week test flight in our weekly option service, because we had our big launch recently. A lot of you said, hey, Wiz, I didn't have enough time to evaluate the service. Well, now you do. I'll give you access to the workbooks as well, which are $195. So if you can't recognize that paying $38 for $195 isn't a good trade, you probably shouldn't do it, okay? But I'm going to give you access for 2 weeks to my live trade briefs, weekly options, which are every Monday morning, 9:45 to 10:15, and also the primary live trade brief on Tuesdays. So you're going to get about 6 hours of live training for the next 2 weeks. You're going to get emails and text alerts with the new trades, the adjustments whenever I add or eject or adjust, whatever I do to any of the trades in the model portfolio. And if you decide to stick around, we're going to do a 7-week training program starting October 8th. That is just going to be worth its weight in gold right there. Okay, it starts October 8th, so if you want to stay after your 2-week test flight is up, you're more than happy to stay and go through all the training as well. But this should give you a good 2 weeks to be able to dip your toe in the water. What's going on? Market is kind of walling around here today, folks. Dow's essentially up 40, 50, and the SPOOs are flat, maybe 2 points. Nice looking trades in our weekly options model portfolio. In 2 days, I just added another one, by the way, an SPX bull put spread that's already up $500. We're up about $800 in our weekly options trade since yesterday. And look at this. I usually don't do this, folks, but when I was in the weekly options live training session yesterday morning, when the market opened down, 150 on Hong Kong fear, the protests in Hong Kong and, oh my God, the world's ending, I knew that wasn't going to happen. We got bearish on volatility the second the market opened, and I put on a bearish double vertical. When vol is cheap, you buy it. When it's expensive, you sell it. Look at that. This is right around here is when our weekly options live trade brief was, and look at what vol did. We did a bearish double vertical on vol that's going to crush it. But this isn't a weekly trade, guys. This is out to October. This is normal October VIX expiration, which I think is October 22nd. Remember that VIX options do not expire when, quote, normal monthly options expire, okay? Other than that, the 2 weekly options trades I have on right now, Google Iron Condor, it's up $750 in a day. And then our Twitter bull put spread that's hanging out here down about 200. But look at this. 20, that's for $5,200. That's $5,200 in potential profits on $10,000 in risk. There's the max risk of $5,000 in the Goog Iron Condor, and there's a max risk of about $5,000 in the Twitter trade. Okay? Doing the quick math, that's $10,000. $5,200 potential gain on $10,000 in risk. That's a hell of a 52% return. Now, I probably just jinxed myself and the market's going to implode, but that should just show you how cool weekly options are. So t3live.com/cart/trial. Okay, home price. Slowing down here, folks. The Case-Shiller came out. What a miss, 6.7. And then the Chicago PMI, another swing and a miss. Big Midwest manufacturing frowny face with that number. And then look at this. The Conference Board's consumer confidence numbers, 92.2 was what they were looking for. We had an 86 print, folks. So home price is slowing again in July, and we got consumer confidence sliding. But then again, we're in Bizarro market, so what happens in the Bizarro market? We go up. Right? Well, we're essentially flat today. But very, very interesting. Obviously, the biggest thing on our flight schedule this week, jobs report on Friday, and the unemployment rate, which isn't as important as it used to be since we already hit the Bernax target of, 6.5%. Don't worry about the unemployment rate. It's actually just the print. We're looking to move away from this national embarrassment of 142,000, and we're looking for at least a 2 in front of the number on Friday. Okay, so I think once again this week we're going to see that good news is good news and bad news is bad news, and awful news might be awful news. Okay, because we know the Fed's leaving this thing. That's why with the bad housing data and consumer confidence numbers, we're essentially flat. Now the market's actually rolling over here a little bit. So Going to be interesting times, folks. We're having a blast. All our new traders here at T3 Live on the option side of the house are having fun. We're having a great time. We put on a bullish double vertical last week on the VIX and a bullish double vertical on SDS, and they both crushed it on Thursday when the market pulled back. So give it a 2-week test flight, folks. Again, for the price of an average bottle of wine, you can get airborne. Okay, I got to run. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. And if you get airborne, you're going to start getting SMS and email and text alerts. If you do take the trial, guys, make sure you go to topgunoptions.com, because we're still integrating our two websites here, guys. And make sure you go to members and then account settings, and that's where you enter your cell phone number, okay? Members account settings is where you enter your cell phone number, so you can immediately start getting text alerts as soon as you start getting airborne on your trial, okay? All right, folks, have a great rest of your day, and I'll be back with Wednesday's Market Sit Rep here at T3 Live.